And welcome, Bobcat fans, to another exciting week of Bobcat football. I am Kevin Simpson, and we are going to do a throwback edition of Bobcat football broadcasting. Alongside me tonight, I have got Donnie Bjorhus, Kevin Gerber on the road away from Thermop tonight, so I called in the old crew, and me and Donnie Bjorhus will be calling your game tonight. So, Donnie, welcome back to the booth, and welcome back to Bobcat football.
Thanks, Kevin. Good to be here. Good to be back with you here doing Bobcat football game, even if it's just for one evening. It's been a while since I've even been back to Leroy Hayes Field to see a Bobcat game. So nice to be back here and broadcast a game of the purple and gold.
Yeah, and we got some changes, obviously. We got some new coaching staff, some new players out there, so you'll have to refamiliarize yourself with some of those names and numbers. But I'm confident you'll fall right back into it. I think what we'll do is we'll take a quick 1-minute break, and we'll probably come back and maybe do a quick look at what Kemmerer looks like, and we'll do a coach interview with Boone Bowker.
At 109 South 6th Street in Thermopolis, 7 Lazy S Cafe and Bar. Open Friday through Tuesday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for dinner, 4:30 to 9 p.m.
Dairyland and Hot City Coffee. It's your destination for your coffee fix or the perfect spot for lunch. The place you know for afternoon fun is also where you can try their full menu of burgers, specialty lattes, and blended drinks.
Don't forget to try the ice cream varieties and sweet treats too.
Open 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Saturday and closed on Sundays. Find them at 510 Park Street. Dairyland and Hot City Coffee, your hole-in-one choice for Thermopolis.
Welcome back to the Gotchi Rehab pregame show. Donnie Bjorhus alongside Kevin Simpson here at Leroy Hayes Field on the campus of Hot Springs County High School as the Bobcats get set to get started with their home opener against the Kemmerer Rangers here this evening. The Bobcats opening the season on the road a week ago over in Tongue River, taking on the number 5 Tongue River Eagles. The Bobcats falling in that ball game 24-0. Kemmerer picking up a win in their season opener against Glen Rock a week ago, 25-7. We'll certainly talk about Kemmerer here in a few minutes, but Kevin, you were at that ball game last week, called it with Kevin. Your thoughts on the game that the Bobcats played in Tongue River?
You know, Tongue River is a good team, and they returned a lot of starters. They're big boys out there, and you know, I think the inexperience of the Bobcats it showed through on that a little bit, but you know, held Tongue River to 24 points, and the last score of that game came in a little 2-minute drill that Tongue River was running, and they called some timeouts late in the game and set up their red zone offense. So, you know, all in all, defensive-wise, I thought the Bobcats fared pretty well. Offensive output was pretty minimal. You'll hear Coach Bowker talk about that and maybe what changes they're going to have that maybe spark some of that. But all in all, I mean, nothing really to hang your heads about in Tongue River. That's a tough squad, and you know what you're getting into.
Offensively, it was a tough go for the Bobcats, 44 yards on the ground, 7 through the air. A much different story with the Kemmerer Rangers, opening with Glen Rock last week at home in Kemmerer, coming away with the win 25-7, and Kemmerer does it all on the ground. They did not attempt a single pass last week, but racked up 352 yards on the ground.
Yeah, you'll hear us talk about that in the interview too, as they run that double wing. They've been doing that for about 20 years over there in Kemmerer, and that's their football style, and it works. So you kind of go back to if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So you'll see a lot of smoke and mirrors, a lot of misdirection, and I'm sure you and I will say, who carried the ball? Because everybody's that tight to the line, it's hard to see those numbers sometimes.
A Kemmerer program that's been growing and developing over the last 3-4 years. I was just talking with Brandon Daramidi here a few minutes ago before we went on the air, and I recognized a couple of the kids' names that are seniors now on this team, back from when the last time I called a Bobcat Kemmerer game. Those guys were just freshmen, sophomores, and they were very young, very inexperienced. Kind of what you just talked about with Thermopolis. That was Kemmerer a few years ago, and these kids have grown together over the last couple years, and they're starting to put it together, and they're looking to be a team that's in the mix for a postseason bid at the end of the year.
Yeah, I think they've got a good chance of making a run, and like you said, they don't disguise what they're doing. I mean, well, they kind of do, otherwise who the ball is going to, but it's, you know, we're gonna own that line, we're gonna push it, and like I said, they've really built that program.
Take a quick break, come back. Kevin will have that interview with Coach Bowker. This is the Gotchi Rehab pregame show, KDNO.
Hey there, how's your day going?
Frustrating. My car's check engine light came on, and they can't take it in till next week. And then Max, our Rottweiler, chewed up my glasses, and I'm going to have to wait at least a week to get another pair. It seems you have to wait for everything important.
I know the feeling. Some things seem to take forever to get done.
Forgot to ask, how's your day?
I had to take my daughter into the clinic to have her arm looked at.
Let me guess. You had to wait to get an appointment. What was it, 1 week, 2 weeks?
Same day.
What? Same day?
We go to Hot Springs Health. They offer same-day appointments at all their clinics. Riverton, Shoshone, Thermopolis, Worland, and Basin. You just call the clinic and you have an appointment in a matter of minutes. It's easy and so convenient.
Wow, so Hot Springs Health actually values our time? Thanks for the advice. Now if I could only get a same-day appointment for Max. He hasn't been the same since he ate my glasses. He keeps running around and making a spectacle of himself.
For more information or directions, please visit hotspringshealth.com, your hub of healthcare in the Basin.
Kevin Simpson here, sitting down with the head coach of the Bobcats, Coach Boone Bowker. Again, thanks for taking time out of your schedule to talk to me.
Once again, anytime, Kevin.
Last week, the Bobcats went on the road to Tongue River and lost to the Eagles 24-0. What were your takeaways from that game, and after you guys sit down and look at that game on film?
Takeaways, defensively, the guys are flowing. They're getting it. They feel confident. They talked about it during film, trusting their keys, and it took them to their job. And once they got that, they started triggering hard. Gave up a couple big plays. Big plays got us there. Just one failed assignment and a big play happened. So we'll clean that up this week. Offensively, they started getting it in that late second quarter. Started figuring out, hey, if I do this, this is what happens. We started moving the ball a little bit, but then we'd shoot ourselves in the foot. So we've been working on that still this week and working on the mental game too, keeping away from those little mental mistakes.
For the most part, it looked like you guys kind of came out of that game pretty healthy. I know Zane Stam took a pretty big hit there. How's the team's health coming into this week? Everybody doing good? How's everybody in practice doing well?
Yeah, everybody's back. That was a prior injury with Zane, so kind of just aggravated. But everybody on the team's lifting weights, and they were lifting this summer, the majority of them. So we are right now injury bug free, knock on wood, and coming in shape and feeling healthy.
Good. Last week, offense produced just 93 yards against Tongue River. You know, granted that you were facing probably one of the better defenses in 2A football. They returned a lot of starters on that side as well. Is your offensive output a concern this early in the season? What are you working on to see that number increase as we move forward?
I mean, anytime you only put up 93 yards offensively, it's a concern. So we did spend a lot more time on offense this week, going back to the basics. We talked to the guys about we've been swinging our axe, but now it's time to sharpen it. We've been hitting this tree for a while. We need to take some time, sharpen it up so the tree will fall down quicker. So we went back to the basics with those drills, tried to reinforce them, and we're going to see how it plays out.
Yeah, I mean, defensive-wise, you did pretty good. You know, they scored that late touchdown on you guys. So, you know, defensive-wise, things look pretty good. Like I said, sharpen that axe on offense, probably help you out a little bit. Now you're going to go on and face Kemmerer. The Rangers come to Thermopolis. They defeated Glen Rock last week, 25-7. Let's talk about what we're going to see from Kemmerer in terms of offense and defense. I know you're familiar with the offense that they run. They run that double wing. Tell me, you know, what you're looking at. I know they had 2 rushers go over 100 yards, and a third one chipped in over 70. So, what are you looking at from them, and how do you combat that?
Oh, that double wing offense is a thing of beauty. They ran it when I was in high school playing against them when Coach Corpening was on that offense, so he knows the ins and outs of it as well. It's a lot of lying, deception, smoke and mirrors. If we stick to our keys defensively and we are physical, we'll shut them down. They didn't throw the ball one time versus Glen Rock, but when you run that offense and you're effective at it, you don't need to.
Yeah, I saw that. No passing attempts. Let's move on to rapid fire.
All right,
let's get to the fun part. Since it is week 1 of the NFL season, we're going to test your knowledge of NFL quarterbacks.
Good.
I know that you play fantasy football, not well, but you do participate in that activity. I'm going to give you a starting quarterback in the NFL, and I want you to tell me what college they attended.
Oh, great.
Great. I got 14 of them, so we'll see how you do. We'll start you off easy. Buffalo Bills quarterback Josh Allen.
University of Wyoming. Was that a JUCO before then, though?
There you go. KC quarterback Patrick Mahomes.
Texas Tech.
Cincy quarterback Joe Burrows.
LSU. Ohio State wanted him. He left there and went to LSU.
Texans quarterback C.J. Stroud.
Ohio State.
Atlanta quarterback Desmond Ridder.
Ooh. Got me there.
Cincinnati. Jacksonville quarterback Trevor Lawrence.
Clemson.
Philly Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts.
Alabama, then Oklahoma.
Correct. Double points. Carolina Panthers quarterback Bryce Young.
I should know this one.
Yeah, last one Heisman.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is bad.
This is bad. Georgia.
No.
No, gosh.
Alabama.
Alabama.
Minnesota Vikings. You like that, Kirk Cousins.
Oh, I love me some Captain Kirk. Where did he go? I don't know. He looks like a BYU kind of guy.
No, he's a Michigan State kind of guy.
Yeah, same thing.
Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert. Herbert.
California school? No, I don't know.
Oregon. You're on the right coast.
Dang.
49ers quarterback Brock Purdy.
Mr. Irrelevant, where did you go? Not a clue.
My alma mater, Iowa State.
Oh, gross.
Seattle Seahawks Geno Smith.
Man, he's as old as I am. I don't know.
West Virginia.
Dang. Okay.
Baltimore Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson.
Oh, this one. I love that coach, that OC. Dang it. Come back to that one.
Red and black.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, we'll come back. New York Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers.
UCLA.
No,
but California one.
Cal. It's Cal.
Cal, yep. JUCO first.
You gotta come back to Lamar before I ask you your last one. Where'd Lamar go?
Lamar Jackson went to... Man, he killed it there. I can't remember.
Louisville,
yep. All right.
And finally, your favorite team, the Las Vegas Raiders, have a new quarterback. Pretty boy, Jimmy G. Jimmy Garoppolo, where'd he go? No way you get this.
Yeah, I do. No, I don't. Nevada?
Nope.
What?
Eastern Illinois.
Yeah, I would have never.
Him and Tony Romo. There you go.
Just D2?
Yeah.
Huh.
All right. Well, better luck next time.
Yeah, I guess.
But more importantly, better luck versus the Kemmerer Rangers coming up here on Friday. So again, thanks for taking time, and good luck versus the Rangers.
Thank you, Kevin.
Is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey. Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Welcome back to Bobcat Football as we get ready for kickoff here between the Thermopolis Bobcats and the Kemmerer Rangers. Home opener for the Bobcats in the 2023 football season. The Cats coming in 0-1 after their loss last week to Tongue River. The Kemmerer Rangers coming in 1-0 after their win against Glen Rock back in Kemmerer a week ago. If you look at the Wild Prep stats, it says the Bobcats are 0-2. I don't remember that controlled scrimmages were counted in the records, but as far as we're concerned, they're 0-1 on the season, and Bobcats will receive the kick to start this ball game. Del Dukes and Ryan Aarons will be deep for the Bobcats. Kemmerer kickoff team coming out on the field now. Early start today to accommodate Kemmerer, and beautiful night for football here in Thermopolis.
Deep to receive for the Bobcats. Number 1, Del Dukes, along with number 23, Ryan Aarons.
Set to handle the kicking duties for Kemmerer will be Bridger Anderson. Again, Dukes and Aaron's deep for the Bobcats. Anderson just waiting for the official to give him the go-ahead here, and we will be underway. Glad to have you here with us this evening, and we are underway with the 2023 home season. Kick comes down to Dukes at the 16-yard line, out over the 20. Up the right side, down the sideline, he's loose. At the 50, Dukes to the 40, the 30. House call on the opening kickoff for the Bobcats, but there is a flag back at the Bobcat 30-yard line. This one's going to come back.
Oh, no.
It's going to be a hold on the Bobcats to take the touchdown off the board, and it was the return was set up to the right side, Kevin, and that's where the collection of bodies was, and the officials saw a hold.
Oh, man. That was going to be one heck of a way to start this game.
Yeah, somebody might want to let the band know.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody in the stands knows.
The flag at the 29-yard line, so this will back the Bobcats up to near their 20, and that's where they will start this drive.
Disappointing.
Again, holding call on that return. So the Bobcats will have it for their first possession on their own 19-yard line after the mark-off. Cats will put 3 receivers to the near side. Armani Dukes from the gun, takes the snap, rolls left, looks, makes the pitch, and that ball's on the ground, and the Bobcats fall back on it. The pitch a little bit behind Aaron's there.
That's going to go as a fumble against Armani.
And that'll be a 5-yard loss for the Bobcats, so it'll bring up 2nd and 15. Little option look there for the Cats. 2nd and 15, and just reverse the formation. 3 receivers now to the far side. Dukes again from the pistol, hands off up the middle and spinning away from one defender, and then
Ball's
a
on the
fumble and
ground.
the ball loose again, and this time Kemmerer comes up with it. Bobcats with consecutive fumbles, and the second of those 2 fumbles results in a turnover.
Yep. And that one, Zane put that on the ground. I think spewed right out there to the Kemmerer Rangers.
Yeah, number 2 for the Rangers recovered it, and as luck would have it, the first player you call for the visiting team isn't even on the roster. So
No.
either way, it is Kemmerer football. They will have it on the Bobcats 17-yard line for their first possession.
Number 20 under center.
Again, that double wing and the give to the left side off tackle, and a good tackle there by Jessen Bassey. Holds the ball carrier to no gain.
Number 12 I have is Kyle Fox. Does that seem right?
That's what it says on the roster. No gain for the Rangers, and again, good tackle there by Bassey on the play. 2nd and 10 for Kemmerer from the Bobcat 17-yard line after the turnover. Bobcat defense looking to put a stop here on the Rangers. Receiver to either side. Man comes in motion, gets the handoff off right tackle, fights inside the 15 down to about the 14, and that's our player to be named later.
Is that number 2?
For the Rangers, yes it was, and he's going to pick up 5 yards, close to 5. Call it 4. It'll be 3rd and 6.
Should be Rogers.
3rd and 6 for the Rangers. Give Cole Rogers credit for the ball carry there. Quarterback Tanner Schramm comes under center. A wing to either side, fullback directly behind him. Both men come in motion. That's not legal. And the handoff up the middle. This is going to come back. Both wings win in motion. You can't have 2 guys in motion at the snap, and that's the call made by the White Hats. So this will back the Rangers up 5 yards. I've been out of it for a couple years, but even I know that that's not legal.
Yeah, you can't do that.
5-yard penalty on the Rangers, backs it up to the original line of scrimmage at the 17, almost the 18-yard line. So to bring up 3rd and 10, which
3rd down and 10 for the Rangers.
Much better if you're a Bobcat fan to see him facing 3rd and 10 as opposed to 3rd and 5. Schramm again under center. Wing comes in motion from the right. Fakes the handoff to him. Back to throw is Schramm into the end zone, looking to get it to Rogers at the goal line. And
was that a pass?
Double coverage, almost triple coverage there by the Bobcats. As in coverage was Ethan Yarrington for the Cats, and he was the nearest defender to the ball. Incomplete brings up 4th and 10 for the Rangers. And Kevin, you get a stop here. It's a win for your defense after the position that they were put in.
Oh, yeah. I can't believe we saw a pass this early on the Kemmerer Rangers side.
Bet you won't see it again here, which
no.
is weird. On 4th and 10 from the Cat, call it close to the 18-yard line. Rogers in motion, takes it off the right side, tries to get to the edge, does. He's going to come up short of the first down as he's bumped out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. He's going to be well short, or excuse me, at the 12-yard line, which is still going to be well short of what they needed, and it'll be a turnover on downs for the Rangers, and a nice job there, Kevin, by that Thermopolis defense.
Yeah, really good. And you heard Bowker talk about it in our interview. You know, the defense was kind of firing last week, and I thought they did a pretty solid job for the task they had at hand. So good job for them to hold on that first possession.
Cats will go 2-by-2 in the formation as they go back on offense. Dukes will bring Yarrington in motion and whistles before the snap, and
we get offsides.
Going to have, as Kevin said, offside on a Ranger defender. That's lining up in the neutral zone, and that 5-yard penalty will bring it out to the 18-yard line. So 1st and 5 for the Cats from just inside their 20, and single receiver far side trips to the near side. Dukes from the gun takes the snap. Hands off to Stam up the middle. Stam's got room to run. He's out over the 30, 35, and out to about the 38-yard line before being brought down there, and that's a Bobcat first down. The first down of the game for either team. It is at the 39-yard line.
There is a flag on the play, or does that just
fell
fall
out
out
of his pocket? Yep.
So he has a 20-yard run there, 19 to the 39. Good hard run by Stam.
1st and 10 Cats from their 39-yard line. Trips receivers again to the near side. Dukes from the pistol. Brings Aarons in motion. Gives off to Stam again over the left side. He's out over the 45-yard line to about the 46. A good gain of 7 there for Stam. And the Bobcats starting to find something on the left side of their offensive line, the right side of that Kemmerer defense.
Yep, and if you keep chipping away at that left side, you'll set something up for the other side. They'll start coming over.
2-by-2 set this time for the Cats from their own 46. 2nd and 3. In motion comes Yarrington. He'll take the handoff, jet sweep right side, trying to get to the edge, makes one man miss, spins out of a tackle over the midfield and into Kemmerer territory at the 45-yard line, mark it at closer to the 44. Yarrington on the jet sweep that time.
9-yard gain.
Picks up another Bobcat first down. They're now into Ranger territory at the 44-yard line. 7:56 to go first quarter. No score between the Bobcats and the Rangers. Two backs with Dukes in the backfield. Handoff to Stam, spins out of one tackle, makes a man miss, and then gets stood up as he got near the 40-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 41. Went spin cycle to get away from one defender, and then
met another one.
Gain of 3, maybe 4. Call it 3 on first down. 2nd and 7 Bobcats from the Kemmerer 41. Stam in the backfield with Dukes, 3 receivers to the left. Cats look to the line of scrimmage for the call. Dukes gets him set, takes the snap, handoff again up the middle to Stam. He splits a couple interior linemen, gets down to about the 35-yard line. This will be about a yard short of a first down.
Stam running hard because he got chipped up a little bit last game, and he took that big hit on the fumble earlier, so see how he bounces back.
He's carried the ball on 4 of the 5 plays in this drive. 3rd and a yard for the Bobcats from the 35-yard line. Stam again off left tackle. He's got the first down. He's got the edge inside the 20 and chased out of bounds at the 15-yard line. They're going to mark it inside the 15. They're going to say down to the 13-yard line.
21-yard gain there. Stam ripping up a couple big ones. Now do you set up the fade to the back of the end zone here maybe? Throw it out to Dell?
2 receivers to the far side. Excuse me, 3 receivers to the far side. Snap back, give it off again to Stam. Off right tackle this time and got slowed up as he got to the line of scrimmage and then kind of spun around by the jersey and brought down. Going to be no gain on the play. They'll say he got back to the line of scrimmage, so 2nd and 10 Bobcats from inside the 15 of the Rangers, and the Cats have already eclipsed their offensive output from a week ago in this one drive as far as ground yardage.
Yeah. 6 minutes left to go in the first quarter.
3 receivers to the near side for the Bobcats. Stam lines up behind Dukes. Dukes brings Aarons in motion. Dukes will run that option, keeps it himself to the left side, cuts back into the middle of the field, gets inside the 10, fighting for yards, gets stood up at about the 5-yard line and then pushed backwards. And they will mark his forward progress
at the 4?
At about the 4. He's going to be a yard shy, 3rd and 1. Clock at 5:20 to go, first quarter. Bobcats are chewing up yards and time.
Yep. Armani there. Couple good cuts back in. And then made one guy miss and drug another guy a couple more yards.
Receivers go 2 by 2, and Dukes from the pistol hands off and carry off the right side, close to a face mask. They're not going to give it to him, though, and that's
Bridger
Pyle with the carry for the Bobcats.
Going to lose a yard, it looks like. Stam back in. Bridger Pyle comes off. We're going at 4th and 2 for the Bobcats. We'll see what they dial up here.
4:30 to go, first quarter, and there's going to be a timeout called. The Bobcats want to talk it over. We'll take the break with them. No score between the Rangers and the Bobcats. 4:25 to go in the first. You're listening to Cat Football KDNO.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
.423 to go in the first quarter. The Bobcats on the move here. They face 4th and 2 from the Kemmerer 5-yard line. Dukes from the gun. 2 receivers to either side. Takes the snap, direct handoff. Dukes inside the 5 to the pylon. Touchdown, Bobcats. Armani Dukes from 5 yards out puts the Bobcats on the board and the first Bobcat lead of the season, Kevin.
Awesome. That was a great call, and Armani made the right read by keeping it there. He had the option to do the inside give, and he just found that corner and raced to the pylon and in untouched. So good job by the Bobcats.
Bobcats will line up for the extra point. Cody Bomagen will handle the kicking duties for the Bobcats. Snap back, hold down, kick on the way, and no good. Missed to the right, and with 4:18 to go in the first quarter, it's the Bobcats 6, the Rangers 0. You're listening to Cat Football KDNO.
Financial advisor with Edward Jones. And we do, I pride myself on helping people with financial planning, achieving whatever goals are most important to them. The most valuable thing you have when it comes to planning for your future is time. The sooner you start and the more detailed your plan is, the better chance of success you have. First timers are my favorite people to work with because they're hungry to learn, and coming to see me doesn't cost anything. I don't charge for appointments, I don't charge for anything. Come in, talk to me, and all you'll leave with is a little bit more knowledge than you came in with.
Edward Jones Financial Advisor Travis Wingard, 435 Arapahoe Street, Thermopolis.
10-play drive for the Bobcats, resulting in their first touchdown of the season. Armani Dukes from 5 yards out puts the Bobcats up 6-0 after the failed extra point attempt. And set to kick off for the Bobcats will be Anthony Cheatham.
Yeah, we got Big Anthony out there on kickoff. He did a really good job last week.
He's set to go, ready to put the foot to it. End over end kick fielded at the 18-yard line and into the middle of the field and stood up as he crossed the 25.
Bridger Pyle.
That was Bryson McGill on the tentative return, and Bridger Pyle
gobbled him up.
Introducing himself to Mr. McGill. They will give him forward progress out to the 28-yard line. That's where the Rangers will take over for the second time.
We have to talk to the coaching staff. They make Big Anthony run back and get his own kicking tee off back here. He was down there in coverage. He did a good job.
Bobcats leading 6-0, 4:11 to go first quarter. Rangers come out in that they will not change formation.
No.
Double wing, receiver to either side. Toss left side to Fox, and Fox picks up 3, maybe 4 yards there as he falls over the 30-yard line to about the 32. Zane Stam on the tackle for the Bobcats. Brings up 2nd and 6 for the Rangers, under 3:50 to go here in the first quarter. Season opener from Leroy Hayes Field for the Bobcats. Toss this time Rogers right side, trying to get behind some white shirts, and it's going to be a short gain for Rogers as he goes down at the 34-yard line. Bring up 3rd and a long 4 for the Rangers. Tried a pass attempt in their first possession. We'll see what the Rangers do here. 3rd and 4 from their own 34-yard line. Give up the middle, and that's going nowhere. The Bobcat interior defense stuffs the fullback.
Number 35.
Brody Sorensen on the tackle for the Bobcats. No gain, so 4th. Well, I'll call it a yard game. It's still 4th and 3 for the Rangers, and they will set up to punt. And going deep for the Bobcats will be Ryan Aarons. High snap back, punts away. Short punt and fair catch called for, and then that hits a player, and it's loose on the field, and Kemmerer might have got this.
Yep. 35 comes up with it.
We're going to have a summit meeting of the officials. I can see this one coming a mile away. Who did it hit first? They're going to say it hit a Ranger first, and then that's going to be the Bobcat ball. At least that was the – nope, now they're changing it.
What in the world?
I thought it hit a Bobcat player, but Cats called for the fair catch, and The ball, once it hit the turf, bounced into a Bobcat player. That made it a live ball, and Kemmerer pounced on it, and they will now have 1st and 10 from the Bobcat 41 for their 3rd possession. Fox off the left side on the toss, pushing forward for about 3 yards, maybe 4 on that 1st down carry. Called a 3-yard gain for Fox. 2nd and 7 from the Bobcat 38-yard line. Cats with their 2nd turnover of this 1st quarter, leading on the scoreboard 6-0. Under 2 minutes to go, minute 50 here in the 1st quarter. Schramm under center, brings Fox in motion, gives on a counter to Rogers, and Rogers got room to run off the right. He's out inside the 20, inside the 10, foot race, and he's brought down and caught from behind at the 2-yard line. Good hustle play there from Zach Hasty to bring down Rogers inside the 5-yard line, but there is a flag on the play.
It's going to come back. It looks like it's going to be a holding call as everyone's marching back, so we'll take that one off.
It is a hold, as Kevin said, and take the big run from Rogers off the board. Ran a little counter out of that double wing, and Rogers, for the first time in this ball game, was able to get to the edge. But the 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul is going to put the ball down at the Bobcat 34-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 4, short 4.
I was talking to the golf coach of Kemmerer today, and I think he was talking about this young man. He can apparently run some hurdles.
Rogers again with the toss right side this time and brought down for no gain, maybe loss of half a yard there. That tackle made by James Witt, bringing him down came from the back side and was able to bring Rogers down. It was a loss of half a yard. So 3rd and a long 4 for the Rangers. Need to get just inside the Bobcat 31-yard line. Under a minute to go, 1st quarter. Bobcats leading 6-0. Schramm brings Fox in motion, toss to Fox, following behind Schramm and falls forward. Lost his footing a little bit there as he crossed the line of scrimmage and tried to dive for as many yards as he could, but knee hit down at the 34-yard line. So 4th and a long 3 now for the Rangers.
Bobcat defense doing a good job. 26 seconds on the 1st quarter clock here.
See if Kemmerers should have time to get this one off. 4th down, probably the last play of the 1st quarter as the clock winds inside of 10 seconds to go. Schramm under center, Fox in motion. Run the counter to Rogers on the right side, and he's brought down. That's a turnover on downs. Ryan Ahrens with the tackle. The same play that Rogers just busted the long run for, that was brought back on the holding call. This time the Bobcats recognize it, and Ahrens with the big tackle, and the Bobcats get the ball back on downs.
Yeah, that was a really good pursuit, especially from the backside. And like I said, I think that Rogers, he could be a little bit of a burner if you get him out in open field. So good job by Ahrens to track him down.
2 seconds to go, 1st quarter. The Bobcats will run the final play here of this 1st quarter. 2-by-2 set. Stam in the backfield with Dukes. Armani with the snap, keeps it himself. He's got room on the right side, makes one man miss, cuts back the middle of the field. Dukes is in there open. He's inside the 30, inside the 20. They're not going to get him. 10-5, touchdown Bobcats. On the final play of the 1st quarter, Armani Dukes taking it 65 yards for the touchdown.
What a run. Holy cow.
Dukes with his 2nd rushing touchdown of the ball game. Bomajan on to attempt the extra point. Snap back, holds down, kick on the way, and no good. from Bomagen. And at the end of the first quarter, it's the Bobcats 12, the Rangers 0. This is Bobcat football, KDNO.
Fremont County sports teams dismiss their opponents like Wyoming Waste dismisses your trash. They offer services from roll-off cans, commercial, and residential garbage. Wyoming Waste Services, Fremont County, Hot Springs County, Washakie County. They are open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Please call 307-856-5354 or stop down at the Riverton office, 730 South Broadway. Wyoming Waste wants to wish everyone in Fremont County good luck in their sports this year.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help. In Lander and Riverton.
Thermopolis Bobcats with 2 first-quarter touchdowns. They lead 12-0 as we get set to start the second quarter. Anthony Cheatham will kick it off for the Cats from the 40-yard line. And Kevin, Bobcat defense, at least in the first quarter, done a nice job against that double wing offense. And then for the Bobcat offense, starting to find a little traction and get a little momentum.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be happy coming out of that first quarter, the way both your squads look, offensive side, defensive side. You got 2 turnover and downs and scored 2 touchdowns. So very productive first quarter for the Bobcats.
Cheatham puts the toe to it, fielded at the 23-yard line by the up man. He'll take it across the field right side on a right return and gets out to the 34-yard line. Bobcat tackle there, special teams. A couple Bobcats coming off the field. Coulter Price, one of those Bobcats on the tackle. First and 10 for the Rangers from their 34-yard line. Turned it over on downs. In their previous possessions, again, that Bobcat defense doing a nice job, and it's all on the ground for the Rangers. They'll put a receiver to either side. Rogers in motion, and Schramm will just keep this himself on the snap under center, and he'll push the pile forward for about a 4-yard gain there. That was the epitome of a
rugby scrum.
Yeah, a quarterback keep. That's old school there. That's as old school as the double wing. Take the snap, get behind your center, and push him forward. Second and 6 for the Rangers. Fox will come in motion this time. Give to the fullback up the middle. He's got room to run. He's got a first down. Gets across the 45-yard line. Gets stood up at about the 46. And that'll be a Kemmerer first down. Profit on the carry there for the Rangers, picking up that first down. First and 10 from the Bobcat 46. Just underway, second quarter, Bobcats leading 12-0. Schramm under center, brings Rogers in motion. Ball's loose on the snap, and a fight for it. Who's got it? And player from either side has a pretty good hold on that football. They're going to say the Bobcats have it.
There you go.
Kemmerer turnover on the snap, and Anthony Cheatham with the fumble recovery for the Bobcats. And the Bobcat defense coming up big again, forcing them a turnover this time, and the Cats will take it over on their own 44-yard line, leading 12-0. 10:56 to go, second quarter. Cats moving toward the south end zone now here in this second quarter. We'll put 3 receivers to the far side. Stam in the backfield with Dukes. Long time looking at the sideline here for the play call. Dukes still looking at the sideline like, I don't think we have that one. Waiting for the snap. There it goes to Dukes. He's loading up. He wants Del Dukes. He's got him. It's caught at the 10-5. Touchdown, Bobcats. Armani Dukes to Del Dukes.
Wow.
A 44-yard touchdown pass.
Bobcats are rolling.
Del Dukes, as you guys know from a year ago, he's got wheels, and he was one-on-one with the defender out on this near side. And once he got a step on him, it was just a matter of Armani putting some air under it.
Yeah, I was worried for a minute because Dell was looking over his left shoulder. He couldn't quite locate it. He got it at the last second. And once he caught that, there was no stopping him.
Armani to Dell for the touchdown, 18-0, pending the extra point from the Cats here, and they look like they're going to go for 2.
Yeah, 2 unsuccessful PAT kicks, and I think we're going to see some going for 2.
Bobcats will put 3 receivers to the far side. Again, everything coming in from the sideline for the Cats, so then all the offensive players just look to the sideline, and then they line up and go. Stam in the backfield with Dukes. 2-point attempt, snap back, toss to Stam, left side, looking for a block, gets it, and he's in for the 2-point conversion. Zane Stam with the conversion, and 10:46 to go, first quarter. The Bobcats push their lead to 20-0 over the Rangers. This is Cat Football, KDNO.
And Mercantile is a proud supporter of Bobcats Athletics. There's so much more than a hardware store. You'll find Ashley furniture and decor perfect for your home. There's a great toy selection, as well as tools, kitchen items, grills, and a garden section. That means there's something for everyone at Thermopolis Hardware. Don't forget to check out their variety of custom cabinets, window shading, and flooring.
Hi, I'm Karen with Thermopolis Hardware. Buy local, be local. Go Bobcats!
10:46 to go, 10:48 to go in this first half. The Bobcats with the 20-0 lead over the Rangers. 44-yard touchdown pass, Armani Dukes to Del Dukes. First play of the possession for the Bobcats after the turnover. And that's what you like to see out of your offense. Your defense works to get the turnover, and then your offense comes back and punches it in, Kevin, and a 3-touchdown lead for the Cats.
Punches it. They ran. I mean, that was a dart. That was great, though.
Cheatham with the kickoff for the Bobcats. This one sails over the head of the return man into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. First 2 kicks weren't quite as deep, and the Ranger return men cheated up a little bit and got caught that time as it sailed over.
They got lucky. It rolled just into the end zone. They would have had a situation on their hands.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rangers from their 20-yard line. And if there's a downside to the double wing, Kevin, it's not one of them quick strike offenses where you can get yourself right back into a ball game with a big play. It's more of a grind out offense.
It is a grind out offense. You're going to look for probably some jet sweeps to try to get a corner or something here.
Receiver to either side. Schramm goes under center. Rogers coming in motion and give to the fullback, and he stood up right at the line of scrimmage. Good hit there. Good play by Mason Reese. Immediately wrapped up the fullback. They're going to give him half a yard on that first down play. Call it 2nd and 9 for the Rangers. Reese doing a nice job there, staying home.
Bobcat defense here. I've got 31 yards of total offense for Kemmerer right now, and they're doing their job.
2nd and 9 for the Rangers from their 21-yard line. There's that jet sweep to Rogers trying to get to the edge, and the Bobcats wrap him up before he can turn the corner. That tackle on the edge, I believe, was Jessen Bassey.
No gain. Oh, taking back to the original line of scrimmage, -1.
Okay, on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
3rd and 10 for the Rangers after the loss of a yard on the jet sweep that Kevin said the Rangers would probably have to try and do. And again, not conducive to big strikes, also not conducive to picking up chunk plays. Back to throw is Schramm. Pressure coming.
Ball's out.
Ball stripped away in a fight for the loose ball. I think Schramm might have got it back. He did. I think that was Mason Reese going for the strip sack there and almost got it, but loss of 5 on the play. And it's going to bring up 4th and 15. The Rangers will have to kick it away. Going back for the Cats will be Ryan Ahrens, standing at about his 45-yard line.
Been a lot of footballs on the ground this game already.
End over end punt. Cats need to get away from as it hits at about the 40-yard line, takes a Bobcat bounce straight up in the air and is downed at the 42 of the Kemmerer Rangers, and that's where the Bobcats will set up shop, and they've got all kinds of momentum right now, Kevin, and taking over in Kemmerer side of the field.
You got to be feeling good right now. I mean, they can't do anything wrong, it seems like, but I don't want to jinx them. Like you said, you get a couple big plays, you get some good stops on D, and your confidence is up there.
8:43 to go in the first half. Bobcats with that 20-0 lead.
Bobcats only the second play of the second quarter for them now.
And a flag. I think we're going to have a delay of game here. Nope, illegal substitution on the Bobcats, which means they had too many men on the field and
they broke the huddle too many. Is that what happened?
Well, when you don't huddle, it just means you had that many on. You had too many guys on there, and one guy went sprinting off. And as soon as the official sees that, you're going to get whistled for the penalty. So 1st and 15 for the Bobcats. 2-by-2 the set. Ahrens comes in motion from the right. Jet sweep to the left to Ahrens. Getting to the corner. Now puts a foot in the ground. Turns upfield. Spins away from a tackle at the 40. Goes down to about the 37-yard line before being brought down by a couple Ranger defenders. Good gain on first down there. Picked up about 10, and it's going to be 2nd and 5 for the Bobcats.
Gets that penalty yardage back and then some.
Again, 2 receivers to either side. Stam in the backfield with Dukes. Armani with the handoff up the middle to Stam, and good job there. He had a Kemmerer defender wrapped around him early and just kind of drug him for about 4 yards.
They're going to measure it, I think.
Close enough they stopped the clock to take a look at it. We'll see what they say. They're going to say first down for the Bobcats, so give Stam 5 yards. That'll be a new set of downs for the Bobcats at the 32-yard line of the Rangers. 7:35 to go in the second quarter. 3 receivers to the near side. Stam sets up just to the left of Dukes in the backfield. Ahrens now comes in motion, fake the jet sweep, run an option look to the right. Armani keeps it, cuts inside into the middle of the field, and tiptoes his way down close to another first down as he gets down to about the 22. Going to give him 9. Nope, they give him the 10 yards.
There you go.
First down for the Cats on the 10-yard carry by Armani Dukes. A new set of downs from the 22-yard line.
Armani, not quite the burner his brother is on the outside there, but some pretty good vision there, finding some lanes as he wove his way into the middle of that defense.
I think he would differ with you on that 65-yard touchdown run he just had.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to catch him, but I'm just saying if him and Dell are going toe-to-toe, I know who's going to beat who.
Armani will...
I'm not beating either of them.
Armani will take the snap from the gun and whistles, and this will be a delay of game on the Bobcats. 5-yard penalty, and Cats stood at the line of scrimmage for a long time there.
Dell hasn't even been in on this offensive series. They're giving him a little break, it looks like.
1st and 15 now for the Bobcats. 3 receivers to the near side. Rangers showing blitz. Armani with the pass run. Receiver ran into the defensive back, and there comes the flag. receiver was trying to run a little slant there, and
that's tough. I mean,
Bryce Brown impede, and that's I think what the officials are hearing from the Kemmerer side is
he was making a play at the
defender.
ball. Well, he ran into the defender, and I feel like the defender was still making a play at the ball that was coming in.
Kemmerer coach is inside the numbers trying to get an explanation on the call. It's going to be an interference call on the Rangers. And a 1st and 10 Bobcats from the Ranger 12-yard line. Fresh set of downs as the Cats go from the gun. Snap back, pitch outside to, that's not Stam that time, Bridger Pyle on the right side. He gets pushed out of bounds near the 10. Be a gain of about 2 there for Pyle. Second time we've seen that play from the Cats. Pyle lining up in the backfield and taking the pitch. Clock stops with Pyle going out of bounds. 6:27 to go in the second quarter. Bobcats leading 20-0 and looking for more here. 2nd and 8 Cats from the 10. Dukes will keep this one himself, gets to the edge, makes one man miss, steps inside it, nope, stepped out of bounds. Close to the first down, he might be a yard shy, he's inside the 5. Went out just at about the 4-yard line. I think he needed to get to the 3.
8-yard gain.
Actually needed to get to the 2, so a 2-yard, or a 3rd and 2 for the Bobcats. Cats quickly to the line of scrimmage. Trips to the left. Pyle stays in the game. He'll line up behind Dukes in the backfield. Snap back. Pyle takes it this time. He's wrapped up immediately in the backfield. This will be a loss of at least a yard. Rangers read that one. Loss of a couple there. That'll make it 4th and 4 for the Bobcats. Just outside the 5 at about the 6-yard line. Under 6 minutes to go. Bobcats facing 4th down. Deep in Ranger territory. 2 receivers to either side. Pyle stays in the backfield just to the left of Dukes. Dukes looking to try to draw somebody off. They're going to take a timeout. Will the Cats? The last time they did that, they scored a touchdown. We'll take a break with them. Cats leading 20-0. This is Cat Football, KDNO.
We live by the spirit of the Wild West.
Now where the sun's a little brighter, where the snows that fall are a trifle whiter, where the bonds of home are a wee bit tighter, that's where the West begins.
We're the bank that's with you wherever that spirit, because we're more than a bank in Wyoming. We're Wyoming in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
20-0, the Bobcats lead over the Kemmerer Rangers. I'll get Kevin to update that scoreboard on the on the stream here in just a moment. But the Cats with the 20-0 lead, looking to add some more here as they face 4th and 4 from the Kemmerer 6-yard line. 5:39 to go in the first half. Bobcat offense been impressive here in this first half.
Still no Dell down here. You'd think he'd put your best receiver out there.
Got enough open space right here.
I could see him throwing a fade over there to Hasty. He's got room in the corner.
3 receivers to the near side. Stam in the backfield to the right of Dukes. Dukes with the snap, rolls to his right, looking to the end zone, short pass, caught, touchdown Bobcats. Ethan Yarrington with the touchdown catch on a nice little toss there from Armani Dukes. And the Bobcats add 6, they lead 26-0.
Yeah, they just ran him underneath there and found him for that little quick hitter, and 6-yard touchdown pass for Armani. He's rolling.
Ethan Yarrington with his first touchdown of the season. Cody Bomajan on for the extra point for the Cats. Del Dukes will hold. Snap, hold, kick on the way. It's up. Looks good, is good. And with 5:34 to go in the first half, it's the Bobcats 27, the Rangers 0. This is Bobcat football, KDNO.
These are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis. Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton. Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
Welcome back, Bobcat football. Cats leading 27-0 over the Rangers. Still 5.5 minutes to go in this first half, Kevin, and it's been pretty impressive what the Bobcat offense has done here in this first half.
Yeah, the old tale of two games type of deal. I mean, feast or famine for the Bobcats. And I was just looking at this. Armani, 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. So he's having himself a game and pretty efficient out there.
That's a pretty good quarterback rating.
You haven't done the math on the QBR yet.
Appreciate you listening on 101.7 KDNO, also streaming on YouTube, YO Today?
YO Today. You can download the YO Today app if you want to do it on your phone.
That way you can see in here. Cheatham's kick bounces at the 20. The ball loose, picked up there by Anderson, and he's immediately hit as he crosses the 20-yard line at the 22. Nice job there by the Bobcat coverage team. Mason Reese, also Nolan Collins in on that tackle for the Bobcats, along with Coulter Price. Kemmerer will have it on their own 22-yard line, looking for some kind of offensive rhythm here, Kevin.
Yeah, they just looked really out of sync. Credit that to the Bobcat defense.
That's what I was just going to say. Credit to the defense. Again, receiver to either side, wing to either side as well. Fullback lining up directly behind Schramm under center. And we've got whistles. I think we got an equipment issue here with one of the players. Side judge was pointing in at one of the players like there might be an equipment issue.
That Kemmerer bus has quite the backup signal on it.
And they're going to call offsides on the Bobcats. That's
interesting.
No flag and a lot of discussion. It results in 5 yards for the Rangers, so it'll be 1st and 5 after the offside call. Schramm under center, puts Rogers in motion. Schramm will keep this himself, met right at the line of scrimmage and knocked backwards. James Witt got past his blocker and met Schramm in the backfield. It's going to be a loss of a yard on the play. Bringing up 2nd and along 6.
Bobcats just firing off that line.
Yeah, Reese and Witt and who we got, the Brody Sorensen on that interior, have done a nice job containing the fullback and then also keeping Schramm from getting loose. Schramm again under center, brings Rogers in motion, toss, right side. Rogers just getting behind his blockers, gets out to the 30 and then stood up and knocked down there. Just crossed the 30-yard line, give him 4 on the carry. It's going to bring up 3rd and
3.
Short 3, long 2 here for the Rangers. Sorensen comes off as Anthony Cheatham checks in. He'll line up over the center. Center's getting a big ol' eyeful of Mr. Cheatham right now. Schramm under center, brings Fox in motion. Counter to
Ball's
Rogers.
out.
The ball's loose. Rogers lost the handle on it. The Bobcats with the fumble recovery. Another turnover for the Bobcat defense.
Holy cow. I don't think we got enough Gatorade for these players. We got to pick out one play of the game later, and I don't know, we didn't bring enough Gatorade.
Bobcats recover at the 32-yard line of the Rangers on the turnover, and they tried to run that counter again to Rogers, and it didn't look like the exchange was clean between Schramm and Rogers, and ball came loose right in the middle of the field, and I think it was Zane Stam that recovered the fumble. Bobcats go 2-by-2 on the set, now in motion and getting the handoff is Yarrington. Ethan inside the 25-yard line. He's going to pick up about 8 on that jet sweep. 2nd and 2 for the Bobcats. Ball spotted at the Kemmerer 24-yard line. 3:45 to go first half. Bobcats leading 27-0 on that Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Trips to the near side. Stam lines up behind Dukes in the backfield. Armani calls out the play. Now takes the snap. Gives the Stam. That might be Pyle, excuse me.
That's Bridger, yep.
Pyle with the carry. Bridger picking up, needed 2, he picked up 1, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 1 for the Bobcats. Clock continues to run. It's got to be a smoker down there on that field, Kevin. It was a warm day today, and the sun's been beating down on the field since we kicked off. There hasn't been any shade from the clouds. It's got to be steamy.
Coming from a golfer. It's got to be warm down there. The gray uniforms probably ain't exactly cool either.
Cats 2x2 bring Aaron's in motion. Dukes will keep it himself, left side. Looking for a block, gets one, sidesteps a defender to pick up the first down, then knocked down as he got to the 20-yard line. Gain of 3 there for Dukes.
And Cruz Mascaro on the outside, really good job of blocking on the end and getting Armani where he needed to be.
New set of downs for the Bobcats, and clock under 2:40 to go in this first half. Bobcats leading 27-0 and would love nothing more than to put another touchdown on the board before the half. Trips to the near side. Pyle in the backfield with Dukes. Armani with the snap, rolls to his right, looking to throw. Has a man, throws a little bit too high for Yarrington. A flag comes in late. Had Yarrington open, just a little bit too much air under it. A personal foul, roughing the passer on the Rangers.
Ooh. So Armani's still perfect.
And I didn't see the hit. Armani was rolling to the right, but once he let go of the ball, I followed the ball toward Yarrington, and I didn't see the hit.
So did I. So that's going to take him from the 20. It should just be down to the 10. It should be first and... It's only a 5-yard? Thought a personal foul roughing the pass would be more than 5 yards.
15 or half the goal.
Or half the distance. Yeah, it should be half, so it should be first and goal from the 10.
They're not done marking it off yet. They're down to the 10-yard line now, so it'll be first and goal Cats from the 10-yard line. 2:11 to go in the first half. Cats 10 yards away from adding on to their lead. 2x2 the set for the Bobcats. Yarrington in motion to the left. He'll take the toss, trying to get to the edge, does, and then gets hit hard, and then stood up as he got down to about the 6-7 yard line. Took a pretty good shot. That stood him up, and then another Ranger defender came in and finished him off. They're going to give him a 2-yard carry. Second and goal Cats from the 8.
He took a hit. He delivered one, too.
Yeah, he had a pretty good head of steam going as he got to the edge. 3 receivers to the far side for the Bobcats. Give up the middle and fighting for yards inside the 5. That was Jessen Bassey on the ball carry. Down to about the 5-yard line is where they're going to spot him. So third and goal Cats from the 5. Clock runs 1:45 to go. I think the Cats have 1 timeout left, if I'm not mistaken. Bobcats will put 3 receivers now to the near side. Bassey stays in the backfield with Dukes, just off of his right shoulder. In motion comes Aarons. Dukes will keep it, toss to Aarons. Right side, makes one man miss, gets inside the 5, fighting for yards to the goal line. I think he's going to be about half a yard short. It's going to bring up 4th and half a yard for the Bobcats. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's another timeout here. to talk it over, or do you just want to hustle the line and try to catch them off guard?
I bet they let this play clock almost run down. I'd run it down to 5 when they start counting and then call my time.
55 seconds to go in the first half. Bobcats 4th and goal from about a half yard out here. Pile in the backfield with Dukes. Snap back. Dukes keeps it himself, trying to get to the edge, needs help. It gets there and in. Got just inside the near pylon. Touchdown Bobcats. Amarni Dukes with his 3rd rushing touchdown of the first half. And the Bobcats add to their lead. It's now 33-0 Bobcats.
I think we have a pretty early candidate for player of the game. Holy cow, that's a good game stat, let alone half.
32-yard drive for the Bobcats, capped off by a 1-yard touchdown run from Armani Dukes. Cody Bomagen on for the extra point attempt. Snap down, kick goes away, and good from Bomagen. 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Bobcats now lead 34-0 on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. This is Cat Football KDNO.
Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center. It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org.
32-yard touchdown drive by the Bobcats, aided by a personal foul, roughing the passer penalty from the Rangers. And the Bobcats with the 34-0 lead over the Rangers here right before halftime. And Kevin, home opener, coming back after being shut out a week ago. I don't think the coaches could have scripted this one better.
No, I mean, there's absolutely no reason that they for them to really be upset. I don't know what they're going to go to the locker room and talk about at this point.
Anthony Cheatham will send it away for the Cats. Low line drive, hits off the return man. He picks it up at the 21-yard line. That's Anderson, and Anderson brought down at the 25. Special teams has been pretty good in this first half as well for the Bobcats. That's Coulter Price.
Coulter just launched at him
on the tackle with the initial hit for the Bobcats. And everything going right for the purple and gold right now. 35 seconds to go for the Rangers, and I would think Kemmerer is just looking to get to the locker room and regroup. Wing to either side of the formation. Schramm under center. Brings Fox in motion. Jet sweep to Fox. Steps out of one tackle in the backfield, but can't get away from Zane Stam as he tracks him down for behind for a 1-yard gain. Nice job there by the Bobcats stringing that play out toward the sideline and not letting Fox get to the edge. 10 seconds to go. I don't know if Kemmerer is too anxious to run a play here as they just now get to the line of scrimmage. 4 seconds to go. They won't snap it. And at the end of the first half, it's the Thermopolis Bobcats in their home opener, 34, the Kemmerer Rangers 0. Stay tuned. We've got the Hot Springs Health Halftime Show coming up. This is Cat Football KDNO.
For a place to relax, sip on your favorite specialty lattes or tea, and find the best gifts for any occasion, Storyteller is the place for you. Books brimming with compelling stories, gifts for the kids like Legos and coloring projects, and something for your family and friends like hats, jewelry, or a bag of award-winning Mountain Air roasted Jackrabbit Java. To learn more, visit StorytellerYO.com or swing by at 524 Broadway in Thermopolis.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
You work hard for those you love, putting in long hours because your family's hopes and dreams are worth saving for. That's why Bighorn Federal offers multiple ways to save. Our products can help you start saving for more immediate needs and future goals today. Talk to your local branch about an interest-bearing checking or savings account, education IRA, Roth IRA, CD, or health savings account from Bighorn Federal. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
One-Eyed Buffalo Brewing Company is proud to sponsor this broadcast of Thermopolis Athletics. Enjoy some of the finest prime rib around at One-Eyed Buffalo every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You cannot beat their menu full of mouth-watering items like the bison burger or the many different varieties of mac and cheese. Top it off with one of their locally brewed adult refreshments on tap. One-Eyed Buffalo Brewing Company, 528 Broadway in Thermopolis.
Welcome to the Hot Springs Health Halftime Show as Bobcats in their home opener here tonight at Leroy Hayes Field, leading 34-0 at the half. It didn't start in a great way for the Bobcats. They took the opening kickoff, and 2 plays later they turned the ball over on a fumble and gave Kemmerer a short field to work with. And, I think that next possession, Kevin, when the Bobcat defense came on the field, they kind of set the tone for, hey, guys, this is how we're going to play this first half. They held Kemmerer to a turnover on downs and got the ball back into the hands of the offense, and then it was all Bobcats the rest of that first half.
Yeah, I think they've turned them over on downs twice, I believe, in the first half. And, yeah, the Bobcat defense coming out there, like you said, didn't start off great. I think a little bit of nerves there, but the ball's been all over the field, both sides. Bobcats have put it on the ground a couple times. Kemmerer's put it on the ground. We've seen the kickoff hit the face mask of a Kemmerer player. One of them go over their head. Ball's been all over the ground, but Bobcats doing an excellent job capitalizing. They've been very efficient on the offensive side and very disciplined on the defensive side.
Armani Dukes with 3 touchdown runs in that first half. A couple from inside the 10, one long one, 65-yard run. He's also thrown a touchdown pass to Dell Dukes, 44-yard touchdown pass there. But the offense looked like they got a little bit of a rhythm going, and when an offense starts to get to its rhythm and feels like they're into the flow of things, it's tough to stop any offense.
You get that confidence going, and if we talked about that play that went to Dell, and he said, "Yeah, I'm not sure if we know he doesn't know if he has that one." I think that's the one they just kind of audibled out of that one. And it was man to man, and that was a huge confidence booster. I think you see that pass drop in there, and things are just going well for the Bobcats. And I think they're probably sitting in the locker room getting some fluids back in their system and probably feeling pretty good, but they're still holding another half of football.
And real quick before we go to our next break, let's talk a little bit about that Bobcat defense and the job they did do against that double wing. And it's not an offense you're going to see a lot anymore, so it's hard to game plan for, but the Bobcats doing a really good job in that first half.
I think a lot of that probably goes to your coaching staff played against it, played in it, and so they know the ins and outs of it, and so I bet they did a lot of film work with the boys, and obviously the students learned well, and our student athletes up to the task tonight against that double wing.
This team might have saw a lot of Coach Korpening in the early 2000s game film because he ran that offense. He knows intimately how that thing is run.
Do you think Coach Bowker called Shane's mom and said, "You got any of those old VHS tapes laying around we can look at for film this week?"
Well, whatever it did, it worked. Bobcats pitching a shutout here in the first half. It's 34-0 Bobcats. This is the Hot Springs Health Halftime Show, KDNO.
When you think about wellness, do you think about long walks, nutrition, having a personal trainer? No matter what your idea of wellness looks like, you can find yourself at Gotchi Gym. Their 1,900 square foot facility makes them one of the largest gyms open to the public in Wyoming. Be the best version of yourself with state-of-the-art equipment from senior to strongman. Take advantage of having a bistro on site as well as a certified NASM personal trainer. Take the first step in reaching your goals. Gotchi Gym. Gotchi Rehabilitation is always looking for new team members. See more at gotchi.org.
Welcome back to the Hot Springs Health Halftime Show. Bobcats leading 34-0 over the Rangers in the home opener of the 2023 season. And with our Quality In stats, here's Kevin.
We're going to take a look at the visiting Kemmerer Rangers first. Not a whole lot to look at. I was looking, they ran 30 plays and have 29 total yards of offense, so just 0.9 yards a play, pretty much less than a yard a play. Rogers, the man who tore up in the last game, just being bottled up tonight, 8 carries, 14 yards, and a fumble for him. We haven't seen Logan Emery carry the ball. Gabe Emery has not carried the ball either, but Schramm, 4 carries, -1 yard, 2 fumbles for him, and he did attempt 1 pass that went incomplete. Fox has run the ball 5 times for 11 yards, and Profit has run the ball 3 times for 8 yards. So again, 29 total yards of offense for the Kemmerer Rangers, all on the ground on 20 rushing attempts. We're going to move on up and check out your Thermopolis Bobcat halftime stats. I've got Armani Dukes just having a half right now. He's got 8 rushing attempts for 95 yards, 3 touchdowns. He did cough up 1 fumble. He went 2 for 2 in the air for 50 yards and 2 touchdowns. So he's accounted for 5 touchdowns, 3 on the ground and 2 through the air. Zane Stam being effective on the ground as well tonight, ripped up a couple big ones. He's got 8 attempts, 60 yards. He has fumbled it once as well. Del Dukes has caught his only pass thrown his way. 1 catch, 44 yards, and that one goes for a touchdown. Ethan Yerington doing it on both rushing and receiving. 3 carries, 19 yards, 1 catch, 6 yards, and a touchdown for him. Bridger Pyle has had 4 rushing attempts, net 0 yards, and Justin Bassey has carried it once for 3 yards. While I've got everybody's attention, I guess I should give you guys the final stats of the half before I move into this, but I've got a total of 191 yards on the ground for the Bobcats, 50 through the air for a total of 241 yards of total offense for the Bobcats, so great output there. But while I do have you guys, have you on the air and have your attention, a little PSA announcement for everyone out there listening. Thermopolis is hosting a Walk for Suicide Awareness and Prevention. The Hot Springs County Prevention Coalition is hosting a walk Monday, September 11th at 6 p.m. If you're interested in doing the prevention walk, meet at the Kiwanis Shelter at the State Park. The goal is come together as a community, enjoy food, there's going to be music, learn about suicide, mental health resources that we offer here in Hot Springs County. Walk together, show your support, and raise awareness of suicide prevention. It is free to come down, free to participate, and is family friendly. So again, come down Monday night, 11 o'clock, Kiwanis Shelter, 6 o'clock. And if you are having any issues, there's always the 988 Suicide Crisis Prevention Hotline as well. So go down, support that cause, get some education, and hope to see everybody down there.
Absolutely. Thank you, Kevin, and appreciate the job that you do every week with those stats. We'll take another break, come back and get you caught up on other games going on around the state as we enter week 2 of the high school football season here in Wyoming. It's the Hot Springs Health Halftime Show, KDNO.
And Bar in Thermopolis invites you to try the best breakfast in Wyoming. Try some of the hit dishes like the biscuits and gravy, the chicken fried steak, and the huevos rancheros. If it translates to ranch eggs, you know it'll be good. Try over 20 breakfast items on the menu. Find the kind of cooking that keeps you wanting more at 109 South 6th Street in Thermopolis. 7 Lazy S Cafe and Bar. Open Friday through Tuesday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for dinner, 4:30 to 9 p.m.
Dairyland and Hot City Coffee. It's your destination for your coffee fix or the perfect spot for lunch. The place you know for afternoon fun is also where you can try their full menu of burgers, specialty lattes, and blended drinks.
Don't forget to try the ice cream varieties and sweet treats too.
Open 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Saturday and closed on Sundays. Find them at 510 Park Street. Dairyland and Hot City Coffee, your hole-in-one choice for Thermopolis.
Hey there, how's your day going?
Frustrating. My car's check engine light came on, and they can't take it in till next week. And then Max, our Rottweiler, chewed up my glasses, and I'm going to have to wait at least a week to get another pair. It seems you have to wait for everything important.
I know the feeling. Some things seem to take forever to get done.
Forgot to ask, how's your day?
I had to take my daughter into the clinic to have her arm looked at.
Let me guess. You had to wait to get an appointment. What was it, 1 week, 2 weeks?
Same day.
What? Same day?
We go to Hot Springs Health. They offer same-day appointments at all their clinics. Riverton, Shoshone, Thermopolis, Worland, and Basin. You just call the clinic and you have an appointment in a matter of minutes. It's easy and so convenient.
Wow, so Hot Springs Health actually values our time? Thanks for the advice. Now if I could only get a same-day appointment for Max. He hasn't been the same since he ate my glasses. He keeps running around and making a spectacle of himself.
For more information or directions, please visit hotspringshealth.com, your hub of healthcare in the Basin.
Welcome back to the Hot Springs Health Halftime Show. Bobcats leading Kemmerer 34-0 here at the half. The season opener for the Bobcats here at Leroy Hayes Field on the campus of Hot Springs County High School, and couldn't have drawn up a better first half scenario for the Bobcats as they lead 34-0. Full slate of games this evening across 2A football, all conference games in 2A football tonight, and I'm trying to refresh some scores. Games that'll be starting this evening after we're done will be Burns at Torrington. Getting started right now is Wheatland at Newcastle, along with Upton Sundance at number 5 Bighorn and number 4 Tongue River at Glenrock. All of those games just getting started. In the fourth quarter in Lyman, it's number 1 Lyman 40, Pinedale 0. And on the west side of the state in Cokeville, it's Cokeville working on an upset. They lead number 3 Level 20-0. That game in the third quarter over in Cokeville. A couple games of interest in the area here. Worland Warriors hosting number 2 Cody tonight, so a tough start to the season for Worland. They opened with number 4 Powell last week and took it on the chin, and now they get number 2 Cody for their home opener tonight in Worland. And then tonight, Shoshone will be up the road in Grable for a conference game in 9-man football from Grable High School. Couple Bobcat activity notes to pass on to you. The Lady Cat volleyball team in Rollins this weekend, taking part in the Rollins Invitational. Cross country was in action yesterday in Riverton, and I don't show them having any cross country meets today or tomorrow. I believe golf was off this weekend because Brandon Daramides hanging around here tonight.
They played here. They had just a meet against Kemmerer, actually.
Okay, so a little duel with Kemmerer this afternoon. State golf next weekend as the Bobcats, I believe 2A state is in Newcastle.
Yes.
Next weekend, so that's where the Bobcat golfers will be, and best of luck to them and Coach Daramides as the golf season winds up and the season comes to an end next weekend at the state tournaments at various locations around the state. We'll take a quick break, come back and get you started with the third quarter here. It's the Cats 34, Kemmerer 0 at the half, and this is Bobcat Football, KDNO.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey. Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Welcome back to Bobcat Football, and with our Travis Winger, Edward Jones. Keys to the second half. Here's Kevin.
Keys to having a successful future is having a plan. So go visit Travis Winger, your local Edward Jones advisor, and he's going to bring you your keys to the second half. I've got, we talked about the ball was kind of greasy out there a little bit today, so I think shoring up some of those fumbles for the Bobcats and having some ball security is gonna kind of really seal this game for them. The second one I have is don't get complacent. I mean, you're up 34. You've scored 34 points, but you still have to kind of keep your foot on the gas a little bit here. I'm not saying you want to run up a score or anything, but, not really. The Kemmerer offense isn't really built for big plays, but they could probably find their way back in this, especially if you give them the opportunity. And then kind of the third one I have is if this does kind of go the way it is going, I'm going to say keys would be to get some of your younger players out there. That's a very young squad anyway. It'd be a really good opportunity to maybe move some guys in and out and get them some varsity experience. So those are your Edward Jones keys to the second half, brought to you by Travis Winger.
Thank you, Kevin. And I think the Bobcat coaches would love to get this thing to a running clock, and then as you said, get some of them younger guys in there and get them some varsity minutes. Bobcats will kick to start this third quarter. Cats will be going toward the south end of the field here in the third, or at least they're huddled up to go that way.
Got the chain gang out there. Looks like Dr. Dana, eye doctor here, and then we got longtime and Thermopolis legend on the football field, Ethan Brooks. I can't tell who's holding the other stick. Sherry Pebbles, it looks like.
I think it's Travis.
Is that Travis? And Sherry's back there to spell it for in case of emergency.
Travis has always been a little shy. He doesn't like to be in the spotlight.
No.
Just waiting for the two teams to get onto the field here and get this thing going. The Bobcat kick team has been huddled up for a minute and a half waiting to get onto the field.
Saw somebody over on the Kemmerer sidelines getting stretched out already, cramping up.
Easy to do today. Again, it's warm and an early kickoff, and Anthony Cheatham will handle the kicking duties again for the Bobcats. He's got it teed up at the 40. Clock gets 12 minutes put back on it. We're ready to go here in the third quarter. Anderson and Rogers deep for the Rangers. Line drive kick gets past Anderson and into the end zone. As it chased right along the numbers into the end zone. That'll be a touchback, and the Rangers will have it 1st and 10 from their 20-yard line. See what adjustments the two teams made here at the half. Rangers in that double wing, Schramm, under center. Fox and Rogers the wings. Rogers comes in motion, takes the toss, right side, gets behind a couple blockers. Gets across the 20, not much more though as he got to the 22-yard line. Bobcat defense holding him to a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 8 Rangers. Brody Sorensen on the tackle for the Bobcats. 2nd and 8 Rangers from their 22. Schramm again goes under center. This time Fox the one in motion. He'll take the toss left side. He's got room to run. He's out over the 30-yard line, gets to the 32. That's a gain of 10 for Fox, and one of the better Kemmerer runs here.
That is the longest Kemmerer run according to my stats.
Rogers had a long one that was called back in that second quarter on a holding call. He actually got near the end zone, got knocked out at about the 2, but it all came back. Fresh set of downs, Rangers, 1st and 10 from their own 32. Rogers in motion to the right, takes the toss, gets behind his fullback and puts a hand on his back and then pushes forward across the 35 to the 37. Gain of close to 5 there on first down. We saw a lot of this back in the day when you played Glen Rock.
Yeah, I do remember watching that.
5 yards in a cloud of dust.
Yep.
2nd and 5 for the Rangers. Fox in motion, snap, ball's on the ground, and I think the Rangers fell back on it. That's the second or third time there's been a mishap on the exchange between center and quarterback. They're going to lose a yard on that exchange, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 6 for the Rangers, and again, not a team that likes to throw the football. Schramm will put Fox in motion. The counter to Rogers' right side. Rogers found a little bit of a seam there, got to the 40 before being brought down. On the tackle was Cody Bomagen for the Bobcats. He's going to be a couple yards short. Going to bring up 4th and 2. About a 4-yard carry there for Rogers on the counter. Fourth and 2 Rangers. Bobcat defense looking for another turnover on downs. They did that a couple times in the first half. Schramm puts Rogers in motion. Now he'll come back to where he started, gets set. Schramm on the quarterback keep. He'll get the first down as he gets out over the 45. Kind of lull the defense to sleep there with a long cadence.
Got it, about 4 yards there?
Close to 5.
Yeah.
And it's a fresh set of downs for the Rangers. It's 1st and 10 at their 46.
46-yard line.
34-0 on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Bobcats lead. Under 9 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Schramm back to throw, pressure coming, and he slips trying to get away, and then Zane Stam there to make sure he doesn't get away. Gives Stam credit for the sack. Going to be a loss of 5 on that sack. And again, you're not used to throwing the football. Your line isn't used to pass blocking. They're used to going forward, and it's tough for a running team.
Yeah, and that play was kind of doomed from the start. Schramm never really has footing, and then Zane Stam was all over it.
2nd and 15 for the Rangers. Fox in motion takes the toss. Rogers takes the toss. He's out over the 45 across the 50 into Bobcat territory, and that's the best run for Rogers in this in this ball game. He picks up close to 13, getting 12. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 3 now for the Rangers.
They're moving a little faster.
Bobcats need to get some guys hustling off here as a late substitution for the Cats. Toss to Fox, left side. Fox gets to the 45 and then stood up and knocked down. It's going to be close to a first down. I think that spot he's going to get it. I'm not sure he got to that point, though. No, they're going to mark it right at the 45, so they
took it back.
Mark him short, yep. Going to be 4th and 1 from the Bobcat 45 for the Rangers. 7:40 to go, third quarter. Cats lead 34-0 on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Wouldn't be surprised if Schramm kept this one as he goes under center. He does keep it, and luckily he got a push forward from his fullback because he got stood up the minute he took the snap. His center got shoved back into him.
Just enough. 1 yard, and he got it.
First down for the Rangers. That the 10th play of this drive, and it's eating up clock as we're at 7.5 minutes to go here in the third. Rogers in motion, takes the toss right side, and he's going to pick up maybe a yard. They might give him credit for no gain there. No gain for Rogers on first down. Mason Reese on the tackle for the Bobcats. First possession for either team here in this second half. The Rangers taking the opening kickoff on a touchback. They've moved just inside Bobcat territory. Counter left side to Fox. Fox off left tackle, moves it back into the middle of the field and picks up about 6 on second down. Give him 5 on second down. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Rangers.
Rangers just taking all the time off this clock, and that's just what they do.
Yeah, this offense will chew up time, but when you're behind 34-0, you
it's not going to help you.
Scores quick. Fox in motion, takes the toss left side. He's got the first down as he gets hit hard there on the tackle. Zach Hasty with the initial contact, but Fox able to pick up the first down at the Bobcat 32-yard line. Easily the best offensive drive that the Rangers have had in this ball game.
Oh yeah, this will be their 14th play.
Schramm takes the snap and just pushes forward on the quarterback keep. We'll pick up 4 or 5 there. Zane Stam and Mason Reese on the tackle for the Bobcats. 4 yards on first down.
Got some hands on the hips on our defense.
Schramm under center. Brings Fox in motion. Counter to Rogers right side. Rogers dancing his way around looking for an opening. Finds one. Cuts up inside the 20-yard line. That'll be enough yardage for another first down.
Going to be about an 11-yard run.
Excuse me, Kevin. Hasty with the tackle for the Bobcats. It'll be spotted at the Bobcat 18-yard line, and the Bobcats, I think, are going to take a timeout and get the defense a little rest here. 5:06 to go in the third. Cats with a 34-0 lead, but Kemmerer on the drive, on the move. This is Cat Football, KDNO.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
Bobcats using their first time out here this second half, and I think with Kevin it was more just to give the defense a chance to regroup here.
Yeah.
They've been on the field a long time here in this third quarter.
Yeah, like I said, we saw some hands going on the hips of the defensive linemen and stuff, so yeah, I think it was just to get them settled back in and give them a breather.
1st and 10, Kemmerer from the Bobcat 18. Schramm back to throw, has a man open. That was Fox got loose in the secondary, but the pass a little bit too tall for him and goes incomplete. I think Kemmerer trying to maybe catch the Bobcats think and run there.
I think they had him. That just was not well executed.
2nd and 10 for the Rangers. Drive that started on their own 20, now down to the Bobcat 18. Rogers jet sweep right side, and Rogers flipped. I believe that was Cody Bomagen on the tackle, and head over heels goes Rogers as he got down to the 16-yard line, gain of 3. I think we're coming up on the 18th play of this drive.
Yeah, holy cow.
4:35 to go in the third. The Bobcat offense, that's one way to keep them cool. Don't let them on the field. Schramm puts Fox in motion. Toss to Fox, looking for room to run, and dances his way down to about the 13. It's going to bring up 4th and 4.
Got a cramp.
Officials stop the clock here. We do have a Bobcat
cramping up
on the ground. You know, and it's again as warm as it's been today, and with the early start, I'm a little surprised this is our first one.
Right.
But that looks like what it is. Coach is
stretching him out. I don't even know who that is necessarily.
Not sure either. 4:10 to go in the third. It does give Kemmerer a chance to talk about this 4th down play.
Stam. And he's up, walking off on under his own power.
He's not liking it though.
No.
He's been a busy young man out there in that football field on both sides of the football.
He's the eager player on both sides.
He was kind of the workhorse the first touchdown drive for the Bobcats.
Yep.
4th and 4 as we come out of the timeout for the Rangers from the Bobcat 13. Rangers trying to keep this drive going here. Jet sweep to Rogers. Rogers fighting for yards. I don't think he got it. I think he's going to be a yard short. They mark him down at the 10. That's going to be a turnover on downs. And it is.
Nice.
Needed 4. He only got 3. The Bobcat defense stiffens inside the 20 and forces another turnover on downs.
The crowd goes wild.
4:05 to go in this third quarter. The Bobcat offense seeing the field for the first time in this second half. Taking over at their own 10-yard line.
That was quite the time-consuming drive.
It was 70 yards and nothing to show for it for the Rangers. Dukes from the gun will hand off. That's right up the middle goes, I believe, Pyle. We'll double check that. I think it was Bridger on the carry.
Yes, sir.
Bridger Pyle with a good run there on first down. He's going to pick up 8. 2nd and 2 for the Bobcats.
He'll probably operate back there while Stam tries to loosen that cramp up.
2x2 the set for the Bobcats. Dukes from the gun brings Aarons in motion. Going to keep it himself is Armani. Armani with the first down as he gets out over the 20. Looked like it might go for more than that, but going to pick up close to 4 on that play out to the 22. And a new set of downs for the Bobcats.
A lot, from what I've noticed from the first game to now, I mean, Armani's done a lot better with those reads on when to keep, when to pitch. So he's figured out a lot more from last week to this week.
Trips receivers to the right, and this time we've got a
forward pass that goes incomplete.
Armani went right, and the back went left, and then it was a kind of a shovel pass forward trying to make something happen there, and a pass hit the ground. It goes in as an incomplete pass. And
so now Armani's QBR rating goes down. First incomplete.
Just plummeted. 2nd and 10 Cats from their own 22. 2:47 to go, third quarter. Bobcats leading 34-0 on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. Two receivers to either side. Snap back, hand off, and
is that Hasty?
I believe Justin Bassey with the carry. Flag comes in. We're going to have a hold on the Bobcats here.
Number 22, Justin Bassey, the ball carrier.
So take away the gain from Bassey. This will go 10 yards against the Bobcats from the spot of the foul, which appears to be about the 23-yard line, 22, 23. I'm going to call it the 22, right at the line of scrimmage. Never understood why we have to step this off. It's 10 yards. Take it from the 22, go back 10.
There you go.
So it'll be 2nd and 20 for the Bobcats. Two receivers to either side. Bassey to the left of Dukes in the backfield. In motion comes Ethan Yarrington. He'll take the handoff, jet sweep left side. Got a bunch of gray jerseys in front of him, but a short gain there. Kemmerer did a nice job of stretching that play out to the left side, and another flag comes in.
Might be a face mask. Nope.
Oh,
Holding again.
Blocking the back, it looks like.
Yep.
What do you do here with Kemmerer? Do you decline it and make it 3rd and long? Or do you
make it 2nd and longer?
They decline it. So a gain of maybe a yard for Yarrington on that jet sweep, and the decline of the penalty is going to make it 3rd and about 19 for the Bobcats. 2:30 to go, 3rd quarter. Cats leading 34-0.
We got single coverage out here on Dell.
Again,
nobody over top.
Looks a lot like what led to the touchdown. Dukes gets free. Pass up and tipped away. Just not enough air under that one from Armani. He threw it on the run. And I think if he had to do it over again, he'd get his feet set because Dell had beat the defender. Instead, it's going to go incomplete. It'll bring up 4th and 19, and that'll be one of them learning things that Armani's going to see and film this next week. And
you had time to set yourself.
And he had more time than I think he thought he had. He almost acted like he was rushed, and there wasn't anybody there. Zach Hasty will handle the punting duties. A couple Ranger players on the Bobcat side of the 50 to field the punt. Snap back.
That's a good kick.
Punt there. Fielded at the Kemmerer 45, and short return of about 6 yards, and that's Justin Bassey on the special teams tackle for the Cats. At the Bobcat 49, that's where Kemmerer will take over the first Bobcat punt of the ball game, and it was a good one there from Hasty.
Good spiral. You about kicked his coverage there for a second.
Kemmerer will take over, 2:04 to go in the 3rd quarter. The Bobcats leading 34-0.
Zach had a really good heads-up play last week. He fielded the snap over his head, went back and got it, and then ran about 20 yards for a 1st down on 4th down.
Schramm under center. We'll bring Fox in motion. Fake the handoff to him. Schramm rolls right. Pressure coming as he threw it and almost picked off. Ethan Yarrington went up to intercept that pass, and Rogers almost turned more of a defensive back there, trying to keep Yarrington from making that pick, and it goes incomplete. And Mr. Schramm took a Bobcat sandwich in the backfield. He got 2 defenders hit him just as he threw the pass. I'm not sure if a Bobcat sandwich is a thing, but
it is now.
Might be something new on the menu this next week.
No baloney.
2nd and 10 Rangers from the Cat 49. Fox in motion, takes the toss left side. A lot of gray jerseys there, force him back into the middle of the field, and it'll be a gain of 3 for Rogers. Bassey, Sorensen, and Witt on the tackle. Witt comes off the field limping a little bit. 3rd and 7 for the Rangers. Clock under 1:30 to go in this 3rd quarter. It's moved along quick. thankfully. Schramm puts Rogers in motion, fakes the toss, rolls right, looking for a receiver. Nobody there. Schramm's going to keep it himself and takes a pretty good pop as he got back to the line of scrimmage. Armani Dukes, Mason Reese there on the tackle. No gain, 4th down.
And 6.
4th and 7 for the Rangers. And they're going to line up to punt. This surprises me a little bit.
I'd watch the fake.
Bobcats
Got nobody
just
back.
now putting somebody deep. Aaron's going back, and Kemmerer hustling a man onto the line of scrimmage. He's lined up offside. There he goes. Anderson back to snap. High snap. Floats back to him. High wobbly kick toward the Kemmerer sideline, and that hits at about the 30-yard line and stops at the 31. The Bobcats will take over there at their own 31. Second time the Cats have touched the ball in this third quarter, and it comes with 27 seconds to go in the third.
Yeah, Bobcats have only ran 5 plays. Second quarter.
And again, on a formation and a look a lot like that third down play. Del Duke split far
They've got
to the
nobody
outside
out here.
in a trips look, and there's no safety help over the top. Don't think Armani isn't licking his chops right now. See if they take a shot at this. Aarons comes in motion from the right. That'll be a handoff up the middle. That's a good gain out. First down over the 35-yard line. That's a gain of about 6, almost 7.
Stam back in.
For Zane Stam.
12 seconds left. I don't think they're going to run a play here.
Clock started back up. They won't get this play off. As we come down to the end of the third, the Bobcats will have it 2nd and a long 3, call it 4, when we come back to start the fourth quarter. It's the Bobcats 34, the Rangers 0. This is Cat Football, KDNO.
A financial advisor with Edward Jones, and we do, I pride myself on helping people with financial planning, achieving whatever goals are most important to them. The most valuable thing you have when it comes to planning for your future is time. The sooner you start and the more detailed your plan is, the better chance of success you have. First-timers are my favorite people to work with because they're hungry to learn, and coming to see me doesn't cost anything. I don't charge for appointments, I don't charge for anything. Come in, talk to me, and all you'll leave with is a little bit more knowledge than you came in with.
Edward Jones Financial Advisor Travis Winger, 435 Arapahoe Street, Thermopolis.
Getting ready to start the fourth quarter here at Leroy Hayes Field on the campus of Hot Springs County High School. The Bobcats leading in their home opener 34-0 as we get ready to start the fourth. Bobcats with a 2nd and 4 from their own 37. And Kevin, everything's gone exactly the way the Bobcats hoped it would for a season opener or a home opener.
Oh yeah, they've been rolling I think of the ball there in the third quarter, so we'll see what they can do with it now.
Dukes from the gun will roll to his right, makes a toss to Stam. Stam hit as he crosses the line of scrimmage, gains about 2. I think he's going to be about 2 yards short. Dukes kept that one for a long time, strung it out to the right side, and then finally made the pitch to Zane.
He took a shot, and then Zane took a shot.
3rd and a short 2 for the Bobcats. Got to get just across the 40-yard line. Just underway in the fourth, the Bobcats leading 34-0. Stam lines up behind Dukes. Receivers 2 by 2. The give to Stam. Stam's got, I was going to say he's got the first down, but he got hit right as he got to the marker.
He's got it.
They're going to give him enough for the first down, so new set of downs for the Bobcats. Out to the 42-yard line. Bobcat defense pitching a shutout through the first 3 quarters of this ball game and doing a real nice job against that double wing. 2 receivers to either side for Thermopolis. Dukes in the backfield brings Aarons in motion from the right. Give up the middle to Stam, and he's going to kick off about 5 yards on first down. It's tough for the defense's eyes. I think they're following Aaron's in that motion, and then Duke's making a nice read and giving the ball to Stam up the middle.
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to catch up here. I realized I was taking my stats on the wrong quarter.
2 backs in the backfield now with Armani on this 2nd and 5 play. It will go to Stam again, lead blocker, and that play didn't get more than about close to 2 yards there on 2nd down. 3rd and a long 2 coming up for the Cats. Ball at the 49-yard line of the Bobcats. Under 10 to go here in this 4th quarter. A much faster moving 3rd than we had in that first half. 2 receivers to either side. Stam will line up right behind Dukes in the backfield. Rangers show blitz on the run, and Stam's going to, I believe, pick up the first down there.
It's going to be close.
Ooh, I thought he was a lot closer to getting a first down there. It's going to be 4th and inches for the Cats. I'm sure they will go for it here at midfield. They're just across midfield into Ranger territory. Need to get about the length of a football here for a first down.
Yep. They don't really have that get under center.
Nope, Dukes will stay in the gun. 3 receivers to the far side. Zach Hasty to the near side. And we got whistles and a timeout by the Bobcats. Had a couple guys that didn't look like they were sure where they should line up in the formation, and coaches wisely take a timeout instead of a penalty here. We're going to keep this one here. I think it's going to be a quick timeout just to get everybody set. Cats facing 4th and 1 near midfield, Kevin. And again, I keep going back to the job this defense has done. Gave up 24 last week. And as you said in the open, that's a really good Tongue River team that they played last week. And it's almost like they only gave up 24. They've done a really nice job pitching a shutout tonight.
It's almost like their head coach was a defensive guy. I mean, they've done a really good job, and like I said, they're still a young squad out there, and you've got some sophomores out there, juniors that are on the line, and you still have your main guys out there that are upperclassmen, but they've done a really good job in carrying that on to tonight against not such a big squad like Tongue River is. Tongue River's a lot bigger than these guys, but.
Cats come out of the timeout, 4th and 1. Put 3 receivers to the far side. Dukes with a couple hard counts, but then looks over to the sideline to confirm the play call. Snap back, give to Stam, and Zane's second effort maybe got it.
It's going to be close.
Got hit early in the carry. Second effort might have got him the first down. I say he's got it.
I think he does. Yep.
Official does as well. First down, Bobcats, fresh set of downs for the Cats, spotted at the Kemmerer 48. He needed the length of the football. I think he may have got 2 football lengths on that carry. Clock under 8:40 to go. 3 receivers to the right. In motion comes Hasty. Handoff on the jet sweep, and Hasty lost a handle. Plus, I think we've got a false start on the far side that negates everything.
Yep.
Somebody left a little bit too soon on that right side, and
in a way, that's not terrible. You lost a couple extra yards, but you didn't lose your down. So, because that was going to go for about a 2 or 3 yard loss.
I agree. 1st and 15 for the Cats now. Ball back on the Bobcat side of the 50. Trips receivers to the left. Stam in the backfield. Gives to Pyle, I believe, on the carry. Bridger Pyle never got brought down to the ground, but forward progress stopped after a gain of a couple. Out near the Bobcat 49. Clock at 8 minutes to go here in the 4th. 34-0 on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard in favor of the good guys. Again, trips to the left for the Cats. Pyle stays in the game in the backfield. He'll set up right side of Dukes. Armani with the snap, looks outside, gets it to Hasty. Hasty needed a block, didn't get it, but made a man miss and gets it inside the Kemmerer 45-yard line. Needed a block to really spring that for big yardage there.
Still picks up 7.
Yeah, gain of 7 on the pass. Bring up 3rd and about 7 for the Bobcats. Yeah, I call it 6. 7:05 to go in the game. 2 receivers to either side. Aaron's in motion, and we got offside. Fox was trying to time up his blitz, I think, and he just mistimed it by half a step and came across the neutral zone. That'll be 5 yards against the Ranger defense. And it'll bring up 3rd and 1 for the Cats now. 2-by-2 the set. Pyle stays in the game, lines up behind Dukes. Now Aaron's in motion left to right, handoff Pyle. Good cut back there. Pyle patient behind his blocking and made a nice cut back inside and gonna have the first down after a gain of about 7.
Yeah, wasn't quite sure if that was gonna amount to much. And then, like you said, he was just kind of patient and waited.
Again, that motion with Aaron's, I think, really draws some linebackers' eyes away from the give between the tackles, especially when he's wearing them pink socks. 1st and 10 Cats. Aaron's comes in motion right to left. Now reverses course. Dukes keeps it when he might have been better off that time pitching it to Aaron's on the outside because there was a lot of green grass in front of 23.
Gonna lose a yard. Or no, they're giving a yard, aren't they?
Falls forward for a yard. 2nd and 9. Under 6 to go in the ball game. I think the Bobcats would be content to keep this for the next 6 minutes.
Yep.
Trips receivers to the right. Dukes will roll to his right. He'll keep it in the option look, sheds a couple of tacklers, and then steps out of bounds. He just weaves his way through traffic, and the next thing you know, he's picked up about 7-8 yards. Give him 7 on that carry. It's going to be 3rd and 2. Ball spotted at the Kemmerer 26. Good patient running that time by the sophomore quarterback.
Just realized I was slacking on the camera duties. People were watching the middle of the field.
That's why Mark Witt wanted to know who was doing the camera.
My bad.
Trips receivers to the left. Armani in the gun, brings Delmonico in motion and whistles as Dell took the handoff.
I think we had 2 people move at the same time.
False start on the Bobcats. Instead of 3rd and 2, it's going to be 3rd and 7 on that false start. 3rd penalty combined between these 2 teams on just this drive. They've all been the 5-yard variety.
Yep.
Cats come back to the line. 2 backs in the backfield. Pyle and might be Bassey on the right side of Dukes. Armani with the snap. Gives to Pyle. Pyle into the middle of that Kemmerer defensive line is going to pick up a couple hard-earned yards. I've got that at about the 13th play of this drive. Unofficially. 5:10 to go. Bobcats with 4th and 4, leading 34-0. Dukes the handoff, give to Pyle, and Pyle's not going to get the first down. He picked up a yard and then was pushed backwards, and the Bobcats will turn it over on downs.
Kind of a surprising play call on the inside give, but I mean, you're up 34-0, so you don't really need to do much.
I think that was a 34-0 call on 4th down, and because it would have been real easy to let Armani drop back and try to hit Dell on something on the outside, and that might have been a little bit of a nose rub.
Got a timeout.
I didn't see who called it.
I'm not sure either. It might be the Bobcats. It looks like they were going to bring in some young players here. Yep. I think Bowker's going to line out the young guys.
Kemmerer's taken over on their own 27-yard line after turnover on downs. Both offenses after that drive have had 2 long drives in this second half.
With nothing.
With nothing to show for it. We're at the same point we were when we went to halftime. Just under 5 minutes to go in the ball game, 4:58, and it's 34-0 Bobcats on the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard. And if you're just joining us, all that scoring was in the first half.
A lot of it in the second quarter, 22 of that in the second quarter. But yeah, he's going to bring out the young guys here.
We got a lot of young players here. We'll try to get you some numbers and names as they get involved in the play here. Schramm comes up under center. Kemmerer 1st and 10. Fox in motion, whistles, and
false. Nope.
Offside on the Bobcats here, I believe.
It's not a good way to start.
Eager to do something, and you line up offside.
Whoops.
So it'll be 1st and 5 for the Rangers after the offside penalty stepped off. Ranger starting offense, staying in the ballgame. I'm sure they're looking for something positive here to finish this game off with. Handoff on the jet sweep, right side. Flag comes in the neighborhood of a hold. Another one comes in from the back judge. Short gain for Heston McMillan. They're talking to I think they want to know what the Bobcat coaches want to do here. Kemmerer offense breaks huddle. They're ready to play. Officials are
holding, declined.
So the Cats decline it. There was a gain of about a yard on the play, so it'll bring up 2nd and 4. Could have made it 1st and about 15. Give up the middle, and running free is Kemmerer running back. That's Hunter Batista. He gets out over the 45. Bobcat tackle by Logan Defoe. 1st down Rangers out over the 45 to the 46-yard line. 4.5 to go in the ball game. Schramm under center. Counter give to Fox, left side. He's got room to run. He gets inside Bobcat territory and tackled down the far sideline after he got inside the 40 to about the, well, mark him inside the 35 at the 33. So another chunk play for the Rangers. Fox is the only starting running back still in the ball game. Rogers, I believe, has the rest of the night off. And we have a different fullback in the ball game as well. Schramm still the quarterback under center. Fox comes in motion, give to the fullback up the middle. That's good for close to 5. That's Hunter Batista again on the carry. On the tackle for the Bobcats, Bridger Pyle, along with Zane Smith. Get you some other Bobcat defenders. Checking in the ball game just now was Carter Mascaro. 2nd and 5 Rangers from the Bobcat 29. Give to Batista again up the middle. He falls forward inside the 25 to about the 24. Going to be a yard shy of a 1st down. 3rd and 1 Rangers. Clock at 3:10 to go. Invite you to stay tuned for our post-game show. Kevin will have final stat numbers from this one. Look ahead to what the Bobcats have next week. Schramm brings Fox in motion. Give Batista up the middle. Third carry in a row for Batista. He's going to have the first down before he gets flung backward. On the tackle for the Bobcats was Zane Smith. But it's a fresh set of downs for the Rangers at the Bobcat 20-yard line. 2:40 to go in the ball game.
Bobcat young men trying to hold the shutout. It's tough for some of these young guys.
Counter to Fox, left side. He's got some room to run. Fox going to pick up 8 as he gets inside the Bobcat 15. Down close to the 12. $2:15 to go. Kemmerer quickly breaks their huddle, comes to the line of scrimmage. Schramm brings man in motion, gives to Batista up the middle. Batista falls forward inside the 10 to the 9. That's going to be a first down. First and goal Rangers from the Bobcat 9. Clock starts again with 2 minutes to go. At least it should start. The official's wanting it to. There it goes. Schramm brings man in motion. Counter, Fox, left side. Fox met in the backfield, and the Bobcats are going to wrap him up for a loss. Good job there. The Bobcats read that counter. First man there, I believe, was Cannon Boren, if I'm seeing the numbers correct, and it's tough to see numbers on those gray jerseys from the front side. I believe it was number 6, but loss of a yard.
Loss of 5.
Excuse me, loss of 5. You're right. I was looking at Ethan holding the first down stick. Second and goal for the Rangers. Schramm back to throw. Has a man in his face. Into the back of the end zone. That was beyond the end zone, even if the completion had been made. He was trying to get it to Bryson McGill, and incomplete pass brings up a third and goal for the Rangers. Clock stopped with 1:14 to go.
It's be big for the young guys they rotate in to finish this one off.
Absolutely. I'm going to guess you're not going to see a second pass in a row here. Schramm brings Fox in motion. Counter right side. And getting inside the 5, falling at about the 4 is Heston McMillan. It's going to bring up 4th and goal. Clock continues to run. Under a minute to go. 4th and goal, Kemmerer from the Bobcat 4. And all this drama is just about the Bobcats keeping a shutout going.
Right. I'm all about it.
I'm talking like the game's on the line here, but it's 4th and goal Rangers. From the Bobcat 4. Schramm under center. Brings McMillan in motion. Fumble on the snap. And the shutout's going to stay intact as Schramm just falls on it, and the Rangers will turn it over on downs. The Bobcats will take over with 32 seconds to go in the ball game.
There you go.
All you got to do here is go victory formation from the 5-yard line. Bobcats and Coach Bowker going to pick up his first Bobcat head coaching win here this evening. Cats are going to improve to 1-1 on the season as the Bobcats do line up in victory formation. Armani Dukes takes a knee, and that's going to do it. 25 seconds. The Bobcats don't have to snap it again. Coach Bowker with his first varsity win here with the Bobcats. Cats improved to 1-1 on the season. Kemmerer falls to 1-1 on the season. Final score, the Bobcats 34, Kemmerer 0. We've got post-game show coming up. This is Bobcat Football, KDNO.
Wyoming Waste hopes that all Fremont County sports teams dismiss their opponents like Wyoming Waste dismisses your trash. They offer services from roll-off cans, commercial, and residential garbage. Wyoming Waste Services, Fremont County, Hot Springs County, Washakie County. They are open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Please call 307-856-5354 or stop down at the Riverton office, 730 South Broadway. Wyoming Waste wants to wish everyone in Fremont County good luck in their sports this year.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
Welcome to post-game show. Bobcats winning their home opener tonight 34-0 over the Kemmerer Rangers. Bobcats improving to 1-1 on the season. Kemmerer falls to 1-1, and more importantly in this one, the Bobcats 1-0 in conference play, if I'm not mistaken.
You're correct.
And Kemmerer, starting off conference play with the loss, is now 0-1 in conference play. It was 34-0 at the half. It stayed that way throughout the second half. Each team had the ball 3 times in that second half. A couple drives, or one drive for each team was long, the length of the field, and didn't result in points. The teams turned it over on downs. Bobcat second teamers there, that last possession of the game that we called, Kemmerer drove down the field, had first and goal from the 5, and ended up turning the ball over on down. So nice job by those younger Bobcat defensive players, buckling down when they had to and preserving that shutout. And just what a good all-around win tonight, Kevin.
Oh, yeah. I mean, leaps and bounds, especially you talk about the offense from where they were last week. I'm sure we'll hear a lot from Coach Bowker about the improvement from week 1 to week 2. And like you said, defense comes up and they shut down a team who put up some points last week, and they run that, like you said, that deception type of offense. And so I think we'll probably hear Bowker talk about how the boys really understood their assignment. They stayed in their lanes. They were disciplined, and so that's what it really takes against an offense like that double wing that they run. So yeah, really good from them. We'll see if they can build on that next week. Tough opponent with Mountain View as usual.
And aside from the one muffed punt on the fair catch, special teams played well tonight.
Yeah.
There was good coverage on the punts, good coverage on the kicks. Cheatham with a couple touchbacks on the kickoffs, but the coverage team did a nice job as well tonight. This is one of them we won in all 3 phases games tonight.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like you said, we can't really find too many faults out there. I'm sure the coaching staff will, because there's always something you can work on. But yeah, a very complete game by the Bobcats.
Final score, 34-0 for the Bobcats. We'll take a quick break. Kevin will come back and have our final game stats. It's the Clicker or Ticket post-game show. KDNO back in 60.
Mercantile is a proud supporter of Bobcats Athletics. There's so much more than a hardware store. You'll find Ashley furniture and decor perfect for your home. There's a great toy selection, as well as tools, kitchen items, grills, and a garden section. That means there's something for everyone at Thermopolis Hardware. Don't forget to check out their variety of custom cabinets, window shading, and flooring.
Hi, I'm Karen with Thermopolis Hardware. Buy local, be local. Go Bobcats!
Here in Wyoming, we live by the spirit of the Wild West.
Now where the sun's a little brighter, where the snows that fall are a trifle whiter, where the bonds of home are a wee bit tighter, that's where the West begins.
We're the bank that's with you wherever that spirit, because we're more than a bank in Wyoming. We're Wyoming in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Welcome back to the Click It or Ticket postgame show. Bobcats victorious in their home opener tonight, 34-0 over the Kemmerer Rangers. And with the final game stats, here's Kevin.
All right, we're going to look at the Kemmerer Rangers first of all tonight. They ran a total of 56 plays. 52 of those were rushes, so 4 passes by them tonight, which is probably 4 more than I expected to be thrown tonight. We'll start off with Rogers. 16 carries, 54 yards, a fumble, no touchdowns. We have Schramm, 10 carries, netted 0 yards. Did put the ball on the ground 3 times. He attempted 4 passes, no completions. Fox ran the ball 16 times, 63 yards. And we had some of the young kids coming in with Profit, 3 carries, 8 yards. McMillan, 2 carries, 10 yards. And Bautista, 5 carries for 29 yards. So all of their offense coming on the ground, 164 total yards of offense for them, all on the rushing side. Now let's go and look at those Thermopolis Bobcat offensive stats. And it was the Armani Duke show for the most part tonight. He goes 11 rushes, 107 yards, 3 touchdowns on the ground. Did drop the ball 1 time. Then he's going to chip in 3 of 5 through the air. 2 of those go for touchdowns for 57 yards total. Zane Stam carries the ball 15 times for 82 yards. Del Dukes, 1 catch, 44 yards, and that's all he needed to score a touchdown. Yarrington goes 4 carries, 20 yards, and he caught 1 for 6 yards, and that also went for a touchdown. Bridger Pyle comes in late in the game and carries the ball 9 times, 20 yards, no touchdowns. Hasty catches 1 catch for 7 yards, and Justin Bassey 1 carry for 3 yards. Offensive totals for the Bobcats, I've got 246 yards on the ground, 57 through the air, and that's going to add up to 303 yards of total offense for the Bobcats tonight. So quite the offensive outpouring opposed to last week at Tongue River. And joining us now in the booth is Coach Boone Bowker. And Coach, congratulations on your first win as the Bobcat head coach, and it is a conference win as well. So a big one for the Bobcats.
Heck yeah, it feels good after that last week of all the work the kids put in, paid off.
Yeah, it looked like we sat up here in the booth and talked about it during the game, and I kind of really noticed watching the game last week. Leaps and bounds kind of ahead of where you were. Your defense did a great job tonight. We talked about that trick, offense kind of that they run, that double wing. And I think what I really took away from it was I saw a lot of discipline on your defensive side tonight, and they hit the gaps, they stayed in their lanes, and they contained really well.
Absolutely. They trusted their keys. They followed their flows. They believed in their D-line. Linebackers triggered and read their guards perfectly. A couple times we had a little bit of mental errors, but we made up for it with our physicality.
Yeah, really, really good job. And on a side note, I think, you brought in those young guys on that last drive, and they capped off the shutout tonight. So, you like those, and you gave up some. It's a learning curve, and you're always like, well, you want to continue that for your young kids. So kudos to those young guys on finishing off the shutout.
Absolutely. Them being disciplined as well. I mean, they're freshmen. We have a lot of sophomores on varsity, but a lot of those freshmen out there on the field, they paid attention in practice, you could tell.
Now I'm going to move it over. I like the offensive side of stuff. I'm a numbers guy. We talked about the inadequacies last week of the offense and the struggles, and this week you put up 303 yards of offense, and you barely even touched the ball in the second or the third quarter. And it was kind of the Armani Duke show. And another thing you talk about, growth, I saw a really big improvement in Armani from week 1 to week 2.
Absolutely. So we had to sit him down, and we talked about our team motto this year, which is it's not about me. And we kind of found out that mentality is he wanted to be the playmaker. He wanted to make those decisions, and then it just clicked with him. My plays will come to me if I do my job here. It'll open up, and it showed tonight, and he trusted it. He grew a lot from last week, definitely.
Yeah, we talked about, he knew when to give the ball, he knew when to pitch, and then he had a couple times where it was, I'm going to keep it, I'm going to take it, and he had a couple up the middle. He did a really good job. He had some good vision, find some lanes in the middle of those tackles even to score some of those. So a really good job out of him. We even talked about complete game-wise, special teams did a good job tonight. Your punt coverage was good. You had the one little hiccup on the fair catch, but other than that, dang near perfect.
Yeah, and that shows we need to practice punt return a little bit more. But, yeah, we work that every week. We take pride in our special teams. It's our third of the game. It shows discipline when a team's good at special teams, and we take pride in it.
And I'll just one last thing. We're going to look ahead. You got Mountain View next week, and, we talked about almost a perfect game, but I'm sure there's things that you're going to go into that locker room. You're going to your film study, and you're going to say there's a couple more things we can tweak. But pretty good effort tonight leading into a Mountain View team. So
Yeah, absolutely. There's going to be lots of things to fix on film. You're never close to perfect. Mountain View's a dang good team, too. They're very explosive offensively, and Coach Walk does an amazing job on defense, so it'll be a good matchup.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to let you go get with your coaches, get with your team, and congratulations and celebrate that first victory as a Bobcat head coach.
Heck yeah. Thank you, Kevin.
Thanks. And we will step away and take a quick break. We'll run a couple ads, and we'll come back and wrap the game up, give you our player of the game and our play of the game as well.
Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
Did you know the Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center? It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org.
Welcome back to the Click It or Ticket postgame show. Bobcats winning their home opener tonight, 34-0 over the Kemmerer Rangers. And I'm going to kick this segment over to Kevin because he knows what all of the games we have here. So go ahead.
We've got a couple of different things we're going to do. Storyteller, player of the game, and the story tonight was told by Armani Dukes, going out there and accounting for 5 touchdowns, 3 on the ground and 2 through the air. Just piling up the stats. Go back through those real fast. 11 rushing attempts, 107 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 of 5 passing, 57 yards, 2 touchdowns. So your storyteller player of the game is going to be Armani Dukes. And I'm going to kind of feed off of that. Gatorade does a play of the game or a call of the game. And we're going to do the Dukes to Dukes connection. We're going to put up our Dukes tonight, I think. And we're going to go with the big 44-yard Armani to Dell down the right side and kind of drop that in a bucket for him. So that's going to be your Gatorade play of the game, and thank you to all of our sponsors for those. Just to kind of wrap things up before we get into saying goodbye to everybody, I'm just going to encourage everybody to go meet at the state park Monday for the suicide prevention. The Prevention Coalition is doing their walk, 6 o'clock at the Kiwanis Shelter. Go check it out. It's fun. It's fun, family-friendly fun, so free to participate. That's all the F's in there, so whoever wrote that flyer, thanks a lot.
Absolutely. Want to remind everybody also, Bobcats on the road next week. They will be in the Bridger Valley taking on the Mountain View Buffaloes, a team that's much improved from a year ago and is going to be ranked in the top 5 going into that matchup. Conference matchup. Kevin Simpson, Kevin Gerber on the call.
You sure you don't want to go for the drive?
I am positive. I've got other things going on.
Or you're going to find something.
But they'll have that call for you next Friday afternoon from Mountain View High School. Once again, the final score here from Leroy Hayes Field, it was the Bobcats 34, the Kemmerer Rangers 0. Thank you all for listening. Have a great weekend. We'll talk with you next Friday.